So today I'm going to be showing you a little DIY, and this is the first DIY I've ever done, so I'm really sorry if it's rubbish, just bear with me. But I'm going to be making this unicorn horn today, and it's actually super duper easy to make, and if you want to see how I made this, then please keep on watching. Okay, so things that you will need today are some polymer clay in any colours that you like, an Alice band, some gems and some sequins to decorate, and I'm also using a sparkly nail varnish, and a glue gun and some glue sticks to attach everything together. And then if you want to get super duper fancy, you can use a chain and some wire cutters. So here are some other ones that I've done earlier, just to maybe give you some inspiration. So here's a blue and white one I did, and a really pretty little pink and white one I did also. So to make the actual unicorn horn, we're going to be using polymer clay. Mine's already got a shine to it, but whatever you have is fine. So this is what it looks like. To start off with, I'm going to get some cling film and cover up a breadboard just to make sure everything is nice and clean, because if you get any dirt or hairs in your polymer clay, you'll be able to tell. So I'm only been using about 1/4 of a pack per unicorn horn, which looks like that. And then I'm just going to cut that 1/4 of a pack in half to make 2/8. I'm going to roll those into 2 little balls and make them into kind of a little snowdrop kind of shape, which is pinched at one end and flat at the other to make 2 little cones, which I think kind of look a bit like the icing of ice gems, if anyone remembers those. Then I'm going to roll them out so they turn into super long, thin cones, I suppose. And to roll them out, I'm just going to use the palm of my hand, and I'm going to put a bit more pressure at the pointed end, making sure the bottom of the cone is still flat. And then I'm just going to do that to the other side. Then I'm just going to place them together when that's all done, and then start spiraling them together to make a really nice twist. You can either leave it there, so then your unicorn horn looks like this, which I think looks like a really pretty kind of shell type of spiral, or you can flatten it a bit more like I'm doing, so it looks more like this. Mine actually got a bit long through all of the twisting and rolling, so I'm just going to cut the end off and pinch it, and then I'm going to cut the bottom at a 45-degree angle. Now cutting it sometimes can make the bottom squish a bit, so I'm just going to roll it into place again so it makes a nice even circle. Now you want to follow the directions for your polymer clay, but mine says to go into the oven at about 130 degrees for about 30 minutes, so that's exactly what I'm going to want to do. Now after it's all done, you want to leave it to cool down for at least 10 minutes beforehand, because we do not want any burnt fingers, please, and then you can decorate it. So to decorate, I'm going to first off get this super duper sparkly nail varnish and cover my whole unicorn horn and just let it dry. Next I'm going to take some really nice rhinestones and I'm going to hot glue them into place. Now I'm not using tweezers or any safety equipment because I am super silly and I did burn myself a couple of times. So if you're going to do this, please use some tweezers or something, not your fingers, to touch hot glue because it's so painful. So I'm just going to get some rhinestones and then glue them all the way up the unicorn horn wherever I like. Next, to add even more sparkle, because that's clearly what you need, I actually got some sequins like this that were a really nice iridescent colour, but I didn't like them looking like sequins, so I chopped them up and made them kind of into a sequin confetti. And then I'm going to hot glue just the bottom of the unicorn horn again like I did before, and then I'm going to roll the unicorn straight into all of that little sequin confetti that I made earlier, so it looks like this. And then however shiny you like it, after you've decorated it, that's kind of it. So now we're going to attach the unicorn horn to our headband. I'm just going to find the centre of my headband and glue my unicorn horn just in place. And since you did that 45-degree angle earlier, it should point nicely upwards instead of just straight out. And then I'm just going to put a bit more hot glue just on the back to make sure it's super duper secure. You can actually just leave it like this, so there's it pointing upwards, or if you want and you want to be a bit more fancy like I'm going to do, I'm going to put a chain on as well. So I'm just going to glue a bit of the chain just right on the back, and then I'm going to measure it on my head where I want the chain to fall across my forehead, and then really simply I'm just going to cut the chain down to size using some wire pliers and cutters, and then hot glue it on. Really simple. I actually thought it looked a bit ugly, so I'm just going to put a little rhinestone just over where they connected as well, and I'm also going to put 2 rhinestones just at the base of where my unicorn horn attaches, like this. And then you're pretty much done. So this is what it looks like all together. I just want to say, when I put my unicorn horn on, since I wear it quite low on my head, I do put a tiny bit of eyelash glue just underneath to make sure it's super duper secure. But apart from that, you should be fine. Thanks for watching. Bye.